This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. It is the opener of the 2024 season for these two teams, and off we go on EA Sports. Short kick taken just inside the 20. He works free, right side. And he's going to take this all the way back. 82 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. Well, you don't get out to much of a faster start than returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said, and man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
So 7-0 to score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Throwing on 3rd down is May. Oh, the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Byron Young that time, getting in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Watkins motioning over.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
They're called in at the 2. And he's in. Spencer Rattler. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Boutte. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's Gibson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with May. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
On 3rd and long, here's May. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Watkins motioning over. Down the right sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. They'll go. Here's May. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Bengals take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's Brown. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Watkins motioning over. Still going inside the 20. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 21-0 is our score. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They bring Chase in motion. On first down, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer. It sets up first and goal. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From a little further back, here's second and goal. They bring Chase in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. To the goal line and in. Carson Steele. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a second and 6. Out of the gun, here's May. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Open man there. It is Bourne. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. On the ground, Gibson. Good running inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Made out on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Now, the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Pats are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, Watkins on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Watkins motioning over. Now Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That is hot! And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week. After this, they'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's May. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback. And
oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercept it. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. A carry now for Gibson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing now is May. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. McPherson now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bengals stretch things out even further. Halftime coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll stick with him again. Can't fault the effort. He got half a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really...
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Here's a designed run. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a run with their tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 12.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Gibson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. May to throw on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now May. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he's going to have the Pats' 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. Throw again is May. And more of the same. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 2. Taken in by Gesicki. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals add on to their already sizable lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. May going to look to throw. Will set up the screen for Gibson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big hit for the Patriots. 32 yards. On 1st and 10, here's May. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. The ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Screen works to perfection. Give him 18 yards and move the chains. 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's May. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He's got it at about the 8. Give them 19 yards as they get the 4th down conversion. Here's a run. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to...
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again, but this one works. So instead of 1, they get 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A carry here for Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Brown. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Cleveland Farrell, former 4th overall pick of the Raiders, gets in there for the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is May. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This one complete to Bourne. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll go play action with May. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to...
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And this cannot be what they were hoping for. What a disaster. Hunter definitely in harm's way. They get nothing out of it and turn the ball over on downs. Here's Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Higgins sent in motion. On second down, it's Edwards. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, here's May. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around,
and it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. The final act now of this football game, the extra point. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.